Hey folks, Harley Day right here, back at you once again. Your good old friend HDR out here once again on the Road Glide Ultra. Come to you live and in living color in a beautiful day today. We got outside temperatures of wind temperature. The air temperature right now is 57 degrees, so it's not bad. I got a little discussion for you today that I've been kicking around in my head, trying to figure out, and I know I'm going to have all variations of answers for this question. But the question is today, what is the, I got to figure out how to say it. So I want to know, what is the life expectancy, or what is your, the length that you want to keep a motorcycle. So you buy a motorcycle, all right, and I told you Mrs. HDR, she drives a Honda CRV, and that Honda CRV, she trades it, pretty much, we're pretty good at trading them every 3 years, and the reason we do that is they keep their value, they hold their value really good at 3 years. We normally have them paid down enough where they pay them off, and then she picks out a brand new one, and we start over. But what is it on a motorcycle? I mean, is a motorcycle something you're going to buy? I know I've heard Bodine 52 say many times, this is the last bike he'll ever buy, is Ultra Limited. I don't know. I mean, I don't know to feel that way. Now, I bought this motorcycle, and I bought a 5-year extended warranty on it. So, theoretically, right, I can keep it for 5 years. But what you got to worry about is when you start pounding the mileage on these motorcycles, does it start decreasing the value? I'm sure it's going to, right? So you're going to start dropping the value of your bike, and so I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking, I know my last bike I had, the Electric Glide Classic, now I did buy it used, it was a 2011, and I think we kept it for almost just about 3 years. And I know my buddy Jim trades his bikes in just about every 2 years, is kind of where he's at. And I've talked to Mrs. HDR, and we've talked about, if I ever would trade this bike, I have no plans of doing that, but if I would ever trade it in, what would be my life expectancy of it? And I told her probably 2 years. These are some pretty nice little twisties out here. They're not too bad. It's kind of like sweeping turns out this road. I'm on 844 going from Washington, PA, down to Wellsburg, West Virginia is where I'm heading. So what is the life expectancy or the years that you want to keep your motor? I know some guys buy them. Heck, I've talked to guys at the Harley shop that said, I've had my motorcycle, for, 14 years. I bought it brand new. I'll never get rid of it, Maybe that's the case. But I think as new models come out, but even with this one, with the couple issues I had with this motorcycle after buying it, Mrs. HDR, screamed at one and said, "You should have just kept that other motorcycle. We took it all over halfway across the United States over into Wyoming, and it ran fine, and we should have kept that motorcycle." So maybe she was right. I don't know. I mean, there was nothing wrong with the 2011 Electric Glide Classic. Now, some of you said it would need something like the cams rebuilt or the heads something, but I don't know. But as for expensive, they're getting more and more expensive. I mean, look at even, if we talk for a minute, with Mike Killy 7 trading his bike in, and he had Gemma for, I think he had Gemma for 2 years, maybe. Might have been 2.5. And Mike, clarify that in the comments below, because I don't sure how long you had that Gemma. But, and here's the second part of that is, if you look at Mike in particular, and look at my Electric Glide Classic, I was telling my buddy Henry last night, we put a lot of money into motorcycles, and if you're doing any like stage upgrades, it's not something you can just unbolt and keep it and sell it, second hand, or, sell it to somebody else that might need it. So that's something to think about. Or do you just ride them stock? I've been talking to Mrs. HDR more and more, and we've talked about leaving this bike stock Outside of the gas cap, which is 2 screws, I can pop that off in a minute. I kept the old one, the original. And the antenna on the back I just put on. You just unscrew that and screw the bigger one on. But other than that, maybe just keep the bike stock. And then when I trade it, I won't, have any remorse. It's just like it's a motorcycle. Trade it off. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at, if everything works out the way life is working out for me, I mean, maybe trade it every 2 years. Uh-oh, somebody got somebody pulled. They got him nailed right there. Young cops with nothing better to do but to pull you over and ruin your Saturday. Alright, I know you're going to say HDR, he's breaking the law. Yeah, I know, but why somebody down the road robbing a bank and he's worried about somebody speeding through town here on nothing. Look at this open road. We should be allowed to be doing 80 down here. Why not? Oh, well. But yeah, so let me know what, I know a lot of you guys have been trading your bikes. I follow Facebook groups for road glides, and I follow Facebook groups for ultras, ultra limiteds. And a lot of those guys have traded their 18s in to buy a 19. So they couldn't have had them for more than a year. Well, even if they bought it early, say when does the new models usually come out in about October, something like that. Say they bought off the showroom floor in October when the new model first came out. They've only had it for like a year and a half maybe. And they trade it and go out and buy a 19 because it has a new boombox, which I don't know. I don't agree with that either. So I don't know, folks. I'd like to hear you chime in on this, and I'd like to get some of your thoughts, what you think, and give me a little bit of feedback into what you do with buying motorcycles and trading, or do you buy it and hold it forever? Who knows? Alright, this is the little town of West Middletown, if you want to look on the map. My son did live here for about 5 months, then they moved out. I think he mainly moved out because their internet here is so horribly slow. And he's an online gamer, but he's older. I mean, that's my grandson's dad. It's my son, so he's 35, but he's still an online gamer. So, alright, so let me know what you think. Please chime in the comments below. If you're not subscribed to these videos, please click on the little subscribe button. I would appreciate that. We are trying to hit 3,000 subscribers this year, this riding season. So this is a nice sweeping turn here. 5th gear, this bike can handle it. All I gotta do is give it a little bit more throttle. Little throttle. Woo. Little lean, little throttle. Alright, remember, ride your own ride, be safe out there. And I will talk to you next time. Harley Day Rider, once again, is going to be up and out in southwestern Pennsylvania. Bye-bye for now. There's some twisties coming up right ahead of it. Look at that. It's like, caution. If you could do it without downshifting, you're better off. Yep, there's a big one right here. That's a never-ending turn. Look at this thing. And there's a road slipping away, of course. Ugh.